So apart from research, another thing that I find really tedious and boring in my Amazon business is doing the listing. Takes so long. The great news is that AMZScout has updated their list building tool that I showed you earlier in the year, and they've added some AI to it, which I'm desperate to try and test out today. So because I'm lazy, I'm going to combine ChatGPT again with the list building tool of AMZScout to create the list. And this time we're going to use the overnight oak jars that I reviewed in the last product report. So let's hop over to Amazon UK and I've just typed in overnight jars with lids. And so these are the reports. This is from what I reviewed last time. You can see it's still a 9, it's still good. So if you've not kicked on it from the last time I did the report, you can still jump on it now. It's still hot. So these are all sponsored ones, and these are the natural appearing ones that have not been sponsored. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hop over to the list building tool and the AMZScout list building tool, and we're gonna do create a listing. And we're going to get started. So this is the new AI generator action that I mentioned before that we're going to test out. So before we start testing out into that, the data is showing me that over 80% of us watching are not subscribed. Please subscribe if you're enjoying this content so far and it's something that you're interested in. Helps out a small channel like mine, and you'll be informed when I release my next video. So the first thing we need to do is create a listing and our 5 bullets. So what I'm going to do is, just for demonstration purposes only, I'm going to nick a title from what's one of the ones here that is doing really well. Just going to nick this title, and what we will do is create our own title. If you'd like me to do a video on the components that you need to do to build a title, please comment below and I'll do one in the future. So let's nick that, come over here and just chuck it in there. And the great thing about this tool, like I mentioned before, is it gives you tick points here. If we open up this drop down, it gives you tick points here to check that you've met all the best practices and requirements. So here, there are no symbols and emojis, so that's not ticked, it's grayed out because there's some corrections that needs to be made. And likewise here as well, there's still some corrections that needs to be made. But these are best practices, you don't have to do it, but you know, you want to do the best thing. So here, that's the brand of the product. I'm going to change that to just say brand because we're not looking to copy that. So I'm just going to take out this. It doesn't like that. These commas, punctuations, I'm going to take those out. Give me a sec. Okay, that's same with metal spoon. Okay, so we've got most of that in. So what I'm going to do now is copy that and head over to ChatGPT and just ask it to give us 5 bullets. And we're going to make sure those 5 bullets meet out these criteria of no more than 200 characteristics per bullet line. So if we head over here to ChatGPT and we're going to type in a prompt. Give me a moment, I'm just going to type in the prompt and nick that title just to show you how the AI tool works within the AMZScout list building tool. So that's running now. So we're going to get our 5 bullets and we're going to pop those into the AMZScout List Builder tool. Now we could do better things with our prompts, like ask it to point out the benefits and list it in a way that the benefits are of use, of interest to the buyer as well. Okay, so that's all of that done. And as you can see here, my title, okay, I've not gone around and capitalized all the first letter of the title, but that is just best practice, not really required. If we go to our bullets, all our bullets, we've got green ticks on all of them. So all our bullets are good to go, which is really cool. So next, we're going to do the listing, building with the AI. So what we need to do, we need to add at least 3 keywords for this feature to work. So what I'm going to do again is be lazy and go over to ChatGPT and just say, give us 3 keywords. But you would get these keywords also in the report. So if you do ask AMZScout to give you a product research report, the keywords will also be there for you, which you can use in the back end. So the keywords here would be overnight oak jars container, lid with spoon. So I'm gonna nick those and just pop them in here. So if we go over to here, add keywords. So that's 3 keywords, and then I might just put oak jar. As a keyword, and then add. So now we're going to generate the listing. So we've got the keywords in. Remember, you can also use the AMZScout tool, search tool, to get keywords as well. In fact, if I hop over, let me just show you. Let's just do this properly. If we go over here, if we go back, and I'll just pull up the AMZScout tool here, we can get it to give us a list of keywords as well from here. So I'm just going to wait for that to pull up. Just show that we can also get keywords from here as well in AMZScout tool. So I'm just going to go back here, and then I'm just going to click generate listing with AI. Let's see what happens. Okay, we've noticed that some of the fields have been filled in manually. Please be advised that all your data will be deleted. Okay, that's fine. Let's go. Let's see what you got for us based on those 3 keywords that I've put in. It's going to do all the work for us. Can't wait. Okay, so not bad. Just looking at the results. I think what we had before was better, but it just goes to show that, you know, the quality you put in is the quality you're going to get out. So I would say that maybe because I put in only 3 keywords, I would put in as much keywords as possible and make sure you really take your time to put in some decent keywords in there for it to build it out for you. But you can see the concept. It's great that, you know, you just put in the keywords. So you take time to really find really rich, high volume keywords, high search volume keywords, put those into the list builder, and it just builds it all out for you, which is great. So which is what it's done here. And then the good thing about this is it's a nice foundation, a basic starting point for you to start from and build up from, because there's nothing worse than starting from scratch. You know, it's always hard starting from a blank sheet of paper, but here you've got something to work on. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe and like the video, and you can watch my next video here.